What's good YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles. So breaks are normally 15 minutes, but y'all over here, we break for 1 damn hour. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Chat, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask someone about this 2 Live crew. Oh, and shouts out to the Bush Gang. Hey, Bush Watchers. What it do, Bush Gang? Shouts out to the Replay Gang. Hey, Replay Gang. Thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to let us know in the bottom of the video that you're Replay Gang in this thing. So myself and the 2 Live crew definitely know it's real. Hey, y'all, what's good? Happy Wednesday to each and every one of y'all. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing great. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over here in the damn break room, y'all. Oh, boy. Okay, y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail, honey. We back over here at Kendra G's house. We haven't been over there in a while, so I said, let's get on over, honey, because if you were in my live yesterday and the fiasco with Live Life and her production, I said, oh, honey, we definitely, if we going to watch characters, honey, we need to watch the characters that definitely are not acting and definitely are in full effect. So I said, what better place to go visit than damn Kendra G's house, okay? Yes, honey, I need my loot for the holidays. I know that's right. So we definitely got 2 videos that we are going to react to. We have a woman that came on Kendra G's show looking for love, honey. Sis said that she's making $220,000 a year, or that she just got offered a job for $220,000 a year, but her ex is paying her bills until she get off paper. I said, what? Huh? Sis, what job do you have where you making $220,000 a year and you on probation? I said, huh? Okay, well, I guess we'll find out. Well, we definitely gonna find out. Oh boy. And then we have a young lady that said that the men are intimidated by her. I said, why, sis? I mean, you looking kind of ordinary over there to me. Why would the men be intimidated by you? Well, y'all, we're going to find out by the end of this live. We're going to get over here and see what these folks got to talk about. We're going to give our thoughts and our opinions, and we're going to do what we do per usual. Child, we're going to go on with the rest of our damn day. Because what I have discovered since I have been on this internet, this world wide web, child, people are crazy, nuts, confused, delusional, living in a fantasy land. I mean, all of the above. It be the capping for me, okay? It be the folks getting on this internet capping when you don't have to do that. I don't know. But before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all clock into the break room, okay? Y'all, tomorrow is December the 1st, honey. We are definitely on our countdown to our December the 6th extravaganza. That will be next week. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. I'm still working on that, y'all. You working and listening in the bushes, Letitia? Thank you so much for being here, sis. Yeah, Cricket gonna probably make a lot of appearances on this reaction video, okay? So we got about 119 watching, so we definitely should have at least 119 likes, because if you don't like it, you wouldn't even be here, right? AK said, I wouldn't have told that, and if the ex is paying the bills, she might want to stick with him. Well, child, there is no ex paying her bills while she on paperwork or any other type of work, honey. Because if you got a man doing all that, it says, then why you still aren't over there? Okay, what's up, Nikki? Party time. Yes, Mama Twins is Jess Mo Gumbo. Oh, that's cute. Tim, I hey, you gonna report from the bathroom or nah? Just kidding. Report from the bathroom. No, okay, I get you. Just nah, sis. We go when I go in the bathroom, y'all can't go with me. Okay, y'all definitely cannot go with TMI. What's up, Nurse KP? Y'all definitely cannot go with TMI. TMI gotta go there by herself. Okay, I don't even want my family disturbing me while I'm in my little sanctuary. Bathroom is my sanctuary, y'all. That's where I go get my peace. And I don't need y'all over there bothering me. Okay. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. So we're getting ready to get into it. Again, make sure you guys clock into the break room by hitting the like button. Y'all, let's go. Okay, let's get ready. All right, let's get the first one on the screen over here. All right.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Kendra?
Hey, bro. I can't see your face. Can you give me better light?
You can see me now?
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, what's your name, honey?
My name is Ruby.
Ruby, where you calling us from?
Miami, Florida.
Miami? Okay, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. What do you do for a living?
I am a nurse.
A nurse? Okay. You have any children?
No.
No kids.
Okay, so I'm going to have you guys take a look at exhibit A and B. A would be her mouth. B would be her nose. Now, you just heard Miss Miami, Florida. She says she's a nurse. Now, what I've noticed on here, when people come on here, I've heard more women say that they're nurses than men. But I've noticed when people come on here and say that they're a nurse, that's all they say. You know, there's different levels to nursing. Okay, there's LPN, there's RN. There's different CNAs. They call themselves nurses too, because CNA stands for Certified Nursing Assistant. Okay, and because you are typically working in healthcare, and to be quite honest with you, shout out to my CNAs do a whole lot of work. Okay. A whole lot of work. Sometimes you think the CNA is the nurse. The only difference is they're not passing out medications, okay? But when she said she was a nurse, I said, well, y'all know TMR used to be the CNA back in the day, okay? I have been delivered. I can't do that type of work anymore. I haven't done that work in years. But when she said that, I said, well, wait a minute, sis, you're a nurse with a nose and a lip piercing? Now, unless things have changed, because y'all, I'm telling you, it's been well over 10 years since I even practiced in working in the hospital or a long-term care facility. It's been well over 10 years. Okay. It's been a long time. Now, and I know things have changed, right? Things have definitely changed. Nurses, they wearing all these cute little uniforms, depending on where you at. If you're in the hospital, they try to keep you more color coded, depending on your practice. If you're working in surgery, you're in red or green or whatever colors that they're using per the hospital that you work for. But what I do remember, and I remember this very vividly, they didn't even want us to wear any earrings that even hung from our ear. I'm talking big hoops, small hoops, anything that could be potentially pulled off your body. They didn't want you to wear it. Even if your hair was long, they would prefer if you wore your hair back or up. Because y'all know you can get patients that can be very volatile. Okay, you get those type of patients. Some of them do it intentionally, and some of them do it because they just don't know. Some of them, So one thing they warned us is about wearing any type of dangling jewelry. That was a no-no. They prefer for you not to do that. Now, again, she doesn't look like she's in nursing attire in this video. And again, when you're off work, you can do as you please. But can you just imagine pulling them nose and lip piercings out every day you have to go to work? I wouldn't know. If I would have to pull them out every day I had to go to work, child, I don't even want it, right? That's too much. Now, taking your earrings out your ear, that's simple, but you got to unhook it from the nose and unhook it from the lip and hook it back up. Yeah, that seemed like that's a lot of work. So when she said nurse, I said, well, what type of nurse, ma'am? Because I don't even, since it's not even giving CNA, because even CNA, you're not walking up in the nursing home with all them damn piercings hanging everywhere. But let's listen to Sis' story. We got about 10 more minutes.
Ruby, Miami, no kids, nurse. When's your birthday and zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo, September 9th.
September 9th. Virgo. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for, listen, about the money thing. All I care about is
Wait a minute.
Considerate man. A man that's understanding, that can compromise, that can comprehend. Because I didn't run across these.
All right. Now here's something else. These long nails. Now that's definitely a no-no. Now that's something I definitely know nursing, the healthcare profession that has not became lenient on, unless you are doing home health care. And I'm pretty much, long nails in healthcare is definitely a no-no. Okay. Especially acrylic. Okay. That's a no-no. Sis got on whole dragon claws. Now, maybe these are some press-ons where she could pop them on when she's not at work and pop them off when she go to work. Again, I'm not going to be doing all that. Okay. That's just me, but everybody's different. Since it's too many things that's giving me, nursing definitely is not in your title of things that you do.
Dudes, and they just don't comprehend. They think because they have money, they could just throw you each and every way. I'm in school currently for software engineering. I'm, working my way up through school, switching majors because I don't want to be hands-on anymore. So when I'm done in February, up to $20,000 a year, I already got an offer with Google. So I want some.
Oh Lord. Okay. So hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Sis says she's in school right now for software engineering. She said that she switched majors and she'll be done in February. You switch majors from what? What did you switch major from? Because you couldn't be switching major from you because you say you're a nurse. So you couldn't be switching from nursing because if you say you're already a nurse, you already have the degree. So what did you switch majors from? Now you say software engineering and you said you'll be done in February. And upon you being done with your degree in software engineering, you said that you have been made an offer from Google to start off fresh out of college at $220,000 a year. Huh. Yes, sis, I don't know if you would start off that much fresh out of school with no experience. Hell, if they paying you $220,000 a year with no experience, I'm quitting my job today. Tina said, TMI, I switched from case management to healthcare IT and I have the same damn degree. I ain't going back to no damn school. I work too hard. You just have to have experience. Girl, it's possible to have internships, but I don't know about $200K. Now the internship, that's possible, but starting off, she said 220. Okay. Starting off at 220 fresh with no experience. No experience. Sis says she's a nurse. No experience in IT. Fresh out of school, starting off at 220. Well, child, if that's the case, we all need to go put an application in at Google. What's up, Latoy? Y'all, let's continue.
Somebody who is like understanding that can understand. They don't got like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about the money. I really don't care about the money. But it's just like, okay, well, you know, you want a date night, you know, like or let's go out that want to travel, adventure, you know, that just don't want to be stuck in the streets. Oh, I gotta make this money, or I gotta do this. I don't want no more thugs or scammers. Tired of them. Don't come in my inbox talking about you scam or you sell drugs you want to block, because I'm not having it. I don't want none of them no more. You know, I'm tired of busting windows out. I don't want no cheaters. If you're going to be with me, you got to be with me. Ain't none of that, you know, during the court, like, I want to be courted by me. Not like no hoe. I could be a hoe, but I don't be treated like a hoe during a courting stage. So you got to, I don't know. That's something.
What do you mean?
Now, sis, I'm just curious. Now, having the job with Google, or the job offer at Google, do you think this video that's actually on Google's platform, you know, YouTube, do you think that would be wise to do this, have done this video talking about you don't want to be a hoe no more? She don't want to be a hoe no more. Okay, shouts out to the Migos. Says, do you think that was wise to do that? Now whole Google know you used to be a hoe, sis. Damn, you haven't even started the job and they already know that you used to be a hoe. Oh Lord, your coworker's gonna look at you kind of funny, sis. I don't think you should have did this. I don't think you should have went on Kendra's show.
Could be a hoe.
I could be a hoe. Could be whatever the hell you want to be. You want blonde hair? Who do you want me today? Bondage? Whatever my man want, I'm gonna do that. So that's not the issue. Like, I'm very submissive, but I am a dominant woman. But if you want me to be submissive, I will be submissive. But you have to, you gotta. I mean, you just gotta. No, these are not nursing nails, babe. These are not nursing nails. I'm in school though. These are not nursing nails. But anyway, I'm sorry. Comment section off. But I have credentials. You know, Florida Board of Nursing. Actually. Anyway, so it's still like.
Oh Lord. So wait a minute, sis. You're board certified in 14 states. Are you a traveling nurse? Is that why you're certified in 14 different states? What's the purpose, sis? Unless you're a traveling nurse. Maybe she's a traveling nurse, y'all. Maybe she's a traveling CNA. I heard traveling CNAs are getting banked right now. Okay.
I don't know. Like, I could be whoever you want me to be. Sex is not a factor. The biggest thing for men is like sex. Sex is not a factor. You want me to be a hoe? I could be a hoe. I be a hoe. But like, I just feel like some dudes.
I wonder, I wonder if she talked like this in her interview with Google. Did y'all think she told the Google interview when he said, tell me a little bit about yourself? You know how when you go to an interview and one of the first questions is, tell me a little bit about yourself, which only means your experience, not your whole life history. Okay. So next time y'all go on a job interview and the interviewer says to you, tell me a little bit about yourself, sis, don't go in there and start telling that man, I got 6 kids, 6 baby daddies. I just moved to my new apartment. When they say tell me a little bit about yourself, they want to know your work experience, not your life experience. Okay. Oh Lord. So I wonder if when she went to the interview, I wonder when he or she asked her, tell me a little bit about yourself. I wonder if she told them that she used to be a hoe. Huh. Let's continue.
I want to make sure I understand, Ruby. So at one point I thought it didn't matter how much he made, because you said you make it $220 this year. So do you want a guy that makes the same amount as you or more, or you don't care?
I don't care, honestly. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, my ex-boyfriend, like he made more than me. He did everything. He paid my tuition. He got my ass and titties. He bought me a car. Yes, he did a lot of things for me. So money is not an issue. So
I got a question. When your ex-boyfriend buys your ass and titties, do you have to give them back when you break up?
Nah. Babe. Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
So another benefit.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is.
I mean, you're gonna have another man to come, correct?
Yeah, but he got his friends. He got whole friends, and he got friends. He's outside and all this stuff, and he's everywhere. But I ain't gonna lie though, he's next door, but he's everywhere. Yeah,
he lives next door to you?
Yeah, he don't live. We're next door. We kind of got a situationship. I'm in school right now, so
explain. What is the situationship?
He helps me out. I came here on vacation and in Miami, and I'm on probation. I don't get off probation till January for driving. So this is a lot going on. I came here.
What are you on probation for?
For driving. Actually, I was on an assignment at Mount Sinai, and I was driving my car, and I got put on probation for habitual traffic offending. So I'm here, and I met him, and he's been helping me, and then he paid my tuition for school because, I just kept saying, like, maybe I don't want to be in the healthcare field. I've been in it since 2013, and I just don't want to do it no more. So I started learning how to code, and he just started helping me. Like, I try to do different things like nails, hair. I'm not creative at all. I'm not a people's person. I have ADHD, which is why I'm talking so fast to the people now. I have a lot of issues.
Oh my gosh, she on Adderall. She got ADHD. She say she's a nurse and she pushing medication. She also says that I guess she's late to work a lot because she's on probation for habitual driving offenses. But yet you've gotten an offer from Google to make $220,000 a year. And you live next door to your ex because he's your sugar daddy, because he bought you ass and titties. Child, he done a lot for you. He done bought you ass and titties. He paying your tuition. And you just met him, I think you said in January of this year? Or what if she meant this year? Child, he done a lot. You might want to hold on to him, sis, because I don't think too many other people going to do all that.
Wrong right now?
No, I'm not. That's why I'm talking that. The comment section, they just going crazy. They're just going crazy. But pretty much we got a situationship, and I'm over it. He's single, I'm single. We're not sexually active right now.
When was the last time y'all had sex?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and just to be clear, paying all your bills.
Got to. I don't have a job right now. I'm on probation.
So the new guy has to be okay with your ex-boyfriend still paying all your bills.
I drop him like a bad bag of dope. You hear me?
So what?
I would drop him like a bad habit. I'm sorry, I'm so ghetto. I would drop him like a bad habit. Kendra, I get off probation in January. I graduate in February. So
you just gotta keep him around until February?
He can go right now. I got enough money saved up. He can go and buy his business. He could go and buy his business. You know what I'm saying? He could go on.
Okay, let's continue with this guy search. So what's some deal breakers for you?
Multiple kids from multiple women.
Okay.
If you're gonna have 4 kids, at least have the same, at least your kid's mother, be the same person, not 4 or 5 different ones. I gotta deal with baby mama drama and all that. So no.
Baby mama drama. Okay, does he have to make a certain amount of money? Let's just be clear on that answer.
He can't be no bum.
Okay. Is that where you're gonna be living once you get off probation?
No, I think I'm going to, I don't know where I want. I don't know if I want to go back to Georgia or if I want to move back to California, but he could be anywhere. I mean, I travel. So, I was a traveling nurse. I could travel to wherever he's at, or he could travel to wherever I'm at. We don't have to, we got to date first. Court, we got to date, get to know one another. I have a high sex drive. See if that is compatible. Because if it's not, it's a no. That's a deal breaker. Sex. Big no. Chicken nuggets, big no.
It's the nose and the lip piercing on her nursing journey for me. It's I guess, I mean, you can be ghetto and have a professional job. Hell, I don't think that's against the law to be ghetto. As long as you're carrying yourself professionally at work, I guess it's okay. It's sis sound like she's all over the place. Like she's giving me Pied Piper vibes. Okay. Thank God she doesn't have any children, because she would be moving these kids all over the United States, which definitely isn't good. Sis got a lot going on. Just listening to her, just this 7 minutes I've been listening to her, she has made my whole brain tired. She talks way too much. Like, it's good to be able to communicate, but she talks way too much. She has told us a lot about herself in 8 minutes. Like, only thing we don't know is her social security number.
No. Chicken nugget, big no. I don't want no chicken nugget.
Oh, you're saying if his penis is small?
Kendra, yes. Chicken. I'm sorry. Chicken.
So you want a Big Mac?
He don't have to be too big, but he got to be packing.
So chicken nugget, quarter pounder, Big Mac. You want the quarter pounder?
Quarter pounder is fine.
Okay. Big Mac's too big?
Probably so.
Okay. All right. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's see this full body, Ruby.
Okay, I'm gonna let you see my full body. Hold on. Let me come over here really quick. I don't know if the light is gonna be right, but I'm just gonna sit it on my little thing. Hold on really quick.
Okay. Well, your boobs look great.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you definitely got a body.
Thank you.
Ruby, what's the age range you want?
Okay, y'all. Cricket. So since you came on to Kendra's show to meet a guy, okay, it almost sounds like sis trying to meet an additional benefactor, but okay. And Kendra asked for you to do the body cam, and since you're sitting in your bra and panties, now obviously that would turn a man on, okay? But it's like, what self-respecting woman would even do that? Why buy the cow when the milk is already free? So not only have you showed this potential guy that could be your, future husband, you've not only showed him your goodies, but you done showed every other man in the world your goodies now too. So, his homeboy could be watching this right now. And you just so happen to pick his home, you pick him, and his homeboy, you and him go on a date, whatever guy calls in her DMs and she picks. And say, for instance, they go out on a double date with his homeboy and his homeboy's wife, and they come into the restaurant and they sitting at the table, and the homeboy keeps staring at you like, damn, I know you. I've seen your face. Because you was on the Kendra G show in her bra and panties. Now, how do you think that the guy that you just met, how do you think that's gonna make him feel when the guy that you met takes you home and he has a conversation with his homeboy the next day and he's like, man, old girl that you was with, man, I saw her on YouTube on the Kendra G. Man, she was in her bra and damn panties. Says she's a nurse and she getting ready to finish school to have a job at Google making $220,000 a year. Well, then there go your opportunity for him to do anything for you because he already know how much money you make in a year. It'd be the goofy for me. Let's continue.
On a date?
From like 30 to 45.
They're saying you're a nurse, but you're on probation. Do you want to explain that?
Okay, so on a travel assignment. I came from Orlando, Florida to South Beach. If you know South Beach, you know the police have those scanners on the freaking the intersection cameras that run your tag and the police can't see the area. I'm a habitual traffic offender. I have no light. I'm not supposed to be driving. Obviously, I know. They don't care about that. So I got arrested. I went to jail. And I ended up getting a lawyer, but you cannot get your license back unless you get the final court disposition. You cannot get the final court disposition until the court case is thrown out or you're done with probation. Basically, it's what it is. I contacted the Florida Board of Nursing. They're like, you need to be done with probation because habitual traffic offender is indeed a felony. If it was a misdemeanor, I would be okay. But a felony, you have to wait 3 years until you're off of confinement or released off probation or whatever. So now I just chose, I've been in school already, but I was off and on. So now, like, I don't know, but everything I have is I have receipts. That's nothing to brag on. Like, what is a nurse? Now, if I was saying, you know, I don't know, if I was a doctor, okay, what is that? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's nothing to find.
Girl, the hell you say being a nurse, especially if you are in, that's definitely something to brag on. You know how hard it is to get into clinicals in some states? Now, after the pandemic situation, I'm pretty sure they have gave some leniency because the nursing, the healthcare has taken a heavy hit. A lot of people left because of the pandemic. It was so mentally draining and physically draining on them. Even before the pandemic, the healthcare industry was very strained. It had a labor shortage. So I'm sure it's even worse now because of the pandemic. So if you're a nurse, that's definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, not necessarily bragging on it, but it definitely is something to be proud of because everybody can't become a nurse, right? So it's like, I mean, I understand, when you don't want to do what you've done for a while anymore, you don't really have a passion for it, but it definitely is something to be proud of. I mean, like, sis, if you're truly a actual nurse, you're saving lives. That definitely is something to be proud of. You're a part of the team that is saving lives. Like, my God, girl, I definitely wouldn't want you being my nurse in any type of situation. I wouldn't even care if it was CNA. I wouldn't even want you taking me to the bathroom.
That, I wasn't probably a felony when I get off probation, but like, and am I still driving? Yes, I am still driving.
Oh, child. Okay, Ruby. All right, Ruby.
Oh, Lord. So sis said that she still drives. She's going to be a felon, but she said Google didn't offer her a job for $220,000. Now, offering you the job, they haven't done the background check yet. And when they see you currently on probation and you got you're a habitual, which means you've been pulled over several times and been charged with the crime several times, which makes you a habitual. But yet you stand here and say you still damn driving? Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I need you passing me my damn medication. It definitely sounds like you should be the one passing me my medication.
So, okay, was the relationship the ex-boyfriend you were telling us about?
Yes.
Okay, so when was the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been him for the past year and a half.
So 3 weeks ago then, right?
Yes.
So why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Ruby?
I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm considerate. I'm not always digging in someone's pockets. I have my own means way of hustling. I'm not broke, even though I'm on probation and I don't work. I do make my own bread. I have my ways of making my own money. I am educated. I do have some cons too, but at the same time, like, he would love me. I'm a vibe. I'm a whole vibe. Like, I might surprise him, like, okay, let's go on a cruise, or I'm gonna treat you to dinner, or let's go to the spa, or stuff like that. Like, like, I don't know. Maybe I could find somebody, one of your followers, maybe a real man gonna come through and whisk me away. I don't know.
Let's see what it does. All right, Ruby. You're drinking.
Yes, I'm drinking. I'm sorry.
Let's get right into it. All right, Ruby, give them your Instagram page, girl.
Okay, so it's Gold Mine
Goldmine_93. So Goldmine, MINE _93.
Thank you.
All right, Ruby. Thank you for calling in, babe.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
Okay. All right.
Just better.
Okay, well, since Miss Ruby definitely was a whole lot over there. One thing about it, y'all, at least she was honest. Okay, she definitely was honest about who she is, right, and what she got going on. Bama girl says, I'm in cybersecurity, and yes, they do pay that kind of money, right? But we're saying with her being a new grad, I don't think she would get that with no experience coming in the door. Now, if she had been doing this, job for a while, for a few, and had experience, maybe. But I personally don't feel coming straight out of school with no experience that they're going to offer her that type of money. Maybe a couple years experience up under her belt, possibly. But in my opinion, not coming straight fresh out of school. She thinks real men watch Kendra for anything other than giggles. Girl, okay? You should see the men in Kendra's comments with some of these women. I'll be like, oh my goodness. Unless she's banging the CEO of Google. Exactly, Tina. You say yes, they will pay us the certification nowadays. Oh, I mean, okay. I don't know anything about IT, because that's not my profession. I know it is a very lucrative position to have. IT makes a lot of money, but Melody says, I'm in tech. I get paid high. Never went to school for it. Just a tech boot camp, but her background is definitely questionable. They do a thorough check. Yeah, Melody. Again, I just don't think she's going to get offered that straight out of school with no experience. Again, that's just my opinion. We can all have a difference of opinion. But what my whole thing is, she's young, y'all. 29 years old. She's young. Sis just looking for somebody to, help her along the way. She says she definitely gets her own money. She hustles. And it definitely sounds like that's what she does. And, in my opinion, sis is going to get what she puts out, right? She's going to get what she puts out. If she wants a self-respecting man that loves her, doesn't have to worry about cheating on her, and so she doesn't have to go around busting out windows like she said in the beginning when we first came on the live with her. Sis' behavior needs to change a little bit, because if she's not going to carry herself like a lady, she probably won't get treated like one. Again, that's just my opinion. Right, KL. You don't tell them, especially a man you just met. Yeah, it's not wise to be telling him what type of money you make. That's none of his business. Okay, just as long as you can take care of yourself and he can take care of himself, especially at first meeting a man, how much money you make and how that shouldn't even be on the table, in my opinion. First meeting each other. Now, we've established a relationship and we've gotten well into it. And if we want to start discussing that, okay. But upon me first meeting, like I said, she literally gave somebody way too much information about her. And, and they haven't even formally met her yet. She gave too much information about herself. Yep, that's not over there hiring fatal attraction. Yep, they not over there hiring fatal attraction. Exactly. She can carry herself like a lady and still won't be treated like one. That's a possibility. That's true too, AK. But it's always best to carry yourself like a lady, because the probabilities could be a little better. It's just like going to the casino. You don't have to bet a lot of money to hit a jackpot playing the casino. You can go in there and bet the minimum bet and could potentially win a jackpot, but the probabilities are higher the more money you spend. Okay, that's just a little analogy. All right, y'all. So let's get on to the next one. You said, why would you tell a man or a woman you make $200K a year? That's not smart. She's too hood. Well, I think a lot of it comes from a lack of experience. a lack of knowledge. You know, coming on here telling people that you was offered a job making $220,000 a year. You don't even have the job yet. You were offered the job. Doesn't mean you're going to actually, you've gotten a job. You haven't filled out any W-2 paperwork. You haven't, you know, signed your official offer letter. So you're just saying that you were offered the job, but you didn't even say you accepted the job. You said you were offered the job. So actually, she's not even making $220,000 because she hasn't started. She's not on Google's payroll yet. So until you actually get on the Google payroll and feel like your W-2s and your I-9, it's just a figure in the air, in my opinion. Hey, Monique. All right, y'all, let's get on to the next person. All right.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name?
Davina.
Davina.
I'm in Illinois right now, but
You live in St. Louis? Okay, but you live, all right. Are you a nurse?
I'm a CNA.
Are you at work right now?
I am.
Okay.
Well, it's about time. Somebody who actually said what their nursing profession is. Because she's sitting in scrubs, Kendra asked, "Are you a nurse?" She said, "I'm a CNA." Because there's a difference. Good job.
So is the patient okay?
Not to cut you off, you got all my coworkers like excited because everybody loves you.
I'll tell your coworkers I let them down. Hey! Now go check on the patients before they die. Looking for love.
Over here.
Say what?
Everybody is good. Everybody is taken care of.
You sure you checked they post and everything?
Everybody is fine.
Nobody ain't beeping. I don't hear no machines beeping. I guess
lights going off. None are going off.
Okay, none are going off. All right, let's continue. Davina?
Yes.
And then how old are you, baby?
I'm 21.
You're 21?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
21. Cricket, where you at? Now, this person said that they're originally from Missouri, but they're in Illinois right now working. I don't know if there's hard water in Missouri or hard water in Illinois. But she definitely looks older than 21 to me. Now, she doesn't look like she's 50, right, or 60. But she definitely looks like she's older than 21. I would have said 30. What about y'all? Would y'all have said 30? I definitely don't see 21. But okay.
And when's your birthday?
February 2nd.
That's an Aquarius. You have any kids?
I don't.
No kids. Davina, you're a CNA, Aquarius. You live in St. Louis, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was your Thanksgiving?
He's from these comments be killing me. It's good. I cooked yesterday. I cooked yesterday, but I'm working today. Okay, you want to say hey? She said to all my coworkers, say hey. I like a duel. Me and no, you don't want to do.
Where did she say she's from? Missouri? But so you're from the Midwest. I don't know, that accent is a little thick. Almost sound, like she's giving black girl vibes, because that accent's a little thick. Almost like she country. Midwest definitely isn't country. Well, it's a little country, but not that country. But okay.
Hey, let me finish with first. Okay. This is
I'm 21, but I don't like men in my age. So to give you an advance, I like men older. I would say about 30 to 40.
30 to 40. Okay, so nobody your age.
No, can't no little boy handle me. No.
Oh, okay, all right. let's go to your deal breakers besides your age range.
Some deal breakers. I don't like mooching men. I don't take care of other people, kids. I'm not big if you have kids. I don't really like men with kids because I've had experiences as a stepmom and it wasn't for me.
Right,
And I don't have any kids yet, so I look forward to having my own. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Look forward to having your own. All right. So does the guy gotta look a certain way?
Yeah, he has to be decent looking. I prefer more men on the chocolate side, but I don't necessarily discriminate. My problem just been with men is that as a white woman, I don't attract white men for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the way I talk or the way I was raised, but they don't fuck with me. I guess I men try to.
Oh Lord. Okay, so she said that white men are not attracted to her. She don't know if it's because the way she talk or the way she was raised. How does the way you were raised have to do with? Were you not raised around? Isn't your family white? You don't have any white cousins and uncles and aunties and grandmas and grandpas. Like when you go to the family function, there's no white family there. Aren't you white? So I would think you would be around white people a lot because that's what you are and that's what your family is, right? How about you just say you don't prefer white men? How about say that? Let's say that, okay? Let's say that you don't prefer white men. And that's why they're not attracted to you because you don't prefer them. So you probably put yourself around more of the Black community. So that's what you're around more. So that's what you're attracted to, or what is attracted to you, because that's what you pretty much hang out with. Based off the way she's talking, it definitely gives me she hangs out with the Black folks.
Okay. Listen, this might seem an inappropriate question, and I apologize in advance. But, my show, I just got to be clear.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you?
I am a trans woman.
Okay. That's what I'm going to ask. Okay.
I don't wear it on my t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not ashamed. So I'm very open about myself, but it's not there for me to just throw out there. You know what I mean? Because people look at you very differently in this day and time. So
okay, y'all, let's talk about that. Because when normally the last couple ones, trans women that we've seen on here and trans men that we've seen on here, I definitely was fooled at first. But as soon as I heard her start talking, I knew that this was a trans woman. I could just tell because the voice and the bone structure was giving me male, born male, right? And she states that she doesn't wear "I'm a trans woman" t-shirt. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't think that's required, right? I don't think that's required for people to wear t-shirts that says "I'm trans," okay? BC said, I knew off the rip. Ariana said, I could tell by the voice. I have a right. Hey, Taylor. Ms. TLD said, these breakroom detectives already knew. Girl, I know y'all be on it. If she grew up around Blacks and went to school with Blacks, white side probably disowned her. Probably live, laugh, and love. Who knows? But here's the thing. She says she's very open and honest. We've been on this video for 4 minutes, and Kendra had to ask you without you divulging the information. So again, upon her out meeting men and dating, because she's not wearing a trans t-shirt on dates or even out in public at the grocery store, the gas station, the post office, the mall, she's not, like she said, I don't wear a trans t-shirt. So when these men approach you, when do you tell them? Because I'm going to assume a straight man that likes women is going to approach her because she appears to look like a woman, right? So when do you tell the men that I was born a man? You tell okay. About it said face and all. She tells right exactly. There's a shortage of CNAs in Virginia trying to hire a lot of them. Okay, I bet she has an Adam's apple under that mask of hers. BC said, "Man, they got to be open about it. Trans women die daily behind this." Right, BC. That's my thing. If you say you don't wear a trans t-shirt, to me, that's not a good response. That's not a good response. I mean, I don't wear a t-shirt that says I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear a t-shirt that says I'm a woman because I am one, right? And I obviously I've never had anybody ask me, "Were you born a woman?" You know, but she wasn't born a woman; she was born a man. So when do you tell the men that approach you? When do you let them know that? Again, this is not my lifestyle. I don't live this life, but we know the trans community is a big community, right? And because, like she said, people are very different nowadays, and people are very different. People are, the trans community is a very fragile community because they are preyed upon, right? So coming on this show and saying that you're open and honest, but it took Kendra to ask you, because like she said, had Kendra not asked, she wasn't going to admit it. So then you would have had all these men in your DMs. When were you going to tell them that you were born a man, but you live as a woman? You transitioned to a woman. I don't know, y'all. People need to be careful. They just need to be careful doing that because people, a man may not take too kindly of being fooled, right? I don't know. That's a tough situation.
But don't you think it's fair enough for a guy to know that in advance?
We're talking about for you. We're not talking about the guy. So
no, we're talking about, but me is the guy. I'm interviewing you for a dating show. So you're not interviewing. We're not talking private. We're putting you out here for men to, reach out to you. So in that case, do you think it's fair that they had the right to know?
Oh, of course. So if I feel like I'm going to be intimate with somebody, that's when I would disclose that. So if I'm just conversing with a guy, like on this occasion, yes, they should know. But just in general, no, they should not know, because if I'm leave with them or some type of intimate relationship with them, it's just not their business, I
don't agree. I don't agree. Well, I don't know, because I don't know. That's a hard one, right? Because I mean, you know what? We're gonna do call-ins. Because I think we need to talk about that, because I in a sense she's right, and then in a sense, like, I agree, but I disagree. But I never been asked that. I am a woman. I've never been asked, "Were you born a woman?" Like, I exude femininity, so I guess that's why I've never been asked that. So I don't know. If she said, if you're just conversating and getting acquainted with someone, but you're not going to be intimate with them, you wouldn't have those conversations. But when the person starts asking you about yourself, like, tell me a little bit about you, wouldn't "I wasn't born a woman" be something about you? Wouldn't that be like when a man asks you questions about yourself, you skip over that? That is you. That's a part of your history, right? I don't know. Let's continue, guys.
So that could be. I think that's where the challenge comes from, because some men, I'm very open. I love the LGBTQ community, so I have no problems at all, right? Mm-hmm. But I do know men who, if they're talking to a trans woman and didn't know, they would feel away, even if there was no intimacy involved. So, I mean, for each their own.
I think that comes with their own insecurities, but, like you said, to each.
That could be true. No, that could be true. I'm not going to deny that. That could be true. But nevertheless, okay, so for the people in the comments that were wondering, she definitely did.
I don't think it's about insecurities. I think it's about just telling the truth. I don't know why people, I don't know why they try to flip it on people. Like it's just like disclosing if you have a sexually transmitted disease. Like I seen just on the Shade Room maybe about a month ago, some man got exposed because he was passing around AIDS to people. So he got exposed about that. You know, how unfortunate that you're sleeping with people and not disclosing, you know, your status, right? But the same thing, even with him not exposing his status, it's the same thing as the women that he's sleeping with should not be sleeping unprotected because you don't know who you're dealing with, right? And vice versa. I personally feel like people play a lot of games, and we're living in a time, we've been living in this time, but we're living in very dark days, and people need to be very careful about how they move out here, because I've seen just here in the past week so many situations where boyfriends and husbands have unalived their wives and girlfriends, people they've been with for years, and just unalived. You could be with a person forever and not know who they are, right? Because people can flip on you just like that. It's so unfortunate, but it does happen. So her being, in my opinion, so nonchalant about it, you know, being truthful about how she was birthed into the world. Me personally, I just feel like it's being a little irresponsible with the fact that somebody else that's meeting you, because even if I'm going to be intimate with you or not, if I get to liking you, people like you without actually sleeping with you, right? A lot of times, not all the time, but most times I'm liking you and I become attracted to you, then I sleep with you. And then we also know people sleep with each other just because, right? But here I get myself all, you know, I'm liking you, I'm digging you, I'm feeling you, and I want to get to the point to get to, you know you, explore you more. And then you tell me that you were born a man. That can mess with somebody's mental, in my opinion, a man.
Reveal that. I have one more question that you don't have to want to, but when did you make the transition?
I transitioned at 13.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
I was 15. So.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
He transitioned at 13? And he's just now 21? Wow. Okay.
So now we got that clear. Let's continue. All right. So you said men are intimidated by you.
Yeah, I naturally intimidate guys. I don't try to, but I get that a lot. And so, I come from a different type of cloth. You know, I'm very cut different. So, I don't know if it's the gangster in me. You know, I do come from the trenches. You know, I'm a very upscale girl from the trenches. So, I live a certain type of way, but when I open my mouth, it's just like, I don't know if it be turning them off or like it just takes them off guard or what. Right, as I'm seeing these comments, they keep, you know, so I guess my voice intimidates people, or just my demeanor, because I'm very stern on like my morals. I'm very stern on how a dude approaches me. You know, your approach is everything, and if you don't approach me correct, I'm gonna check you. You know,
he will check you. Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam, boo.
Okay, we're gonna do a little Kendra. I'm in my scrubs, y'all know. So I gotta prop you back a little more.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all can see me. You know.
Oh. Okay, I see you, boo.
Yeah.
So, when was your last relationship, Davina?
Oh, girl. About 4 months ago. I was in a fight.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
With my ex on Halloween.
Halloween. Okay. Why do you think you're single?
Because I'm too stern. What's it, when it comes to, it's like no dude can like do it for me. So I have a lot of guys, you know, running towards me. I don't have that problem at all. but it's just like I can't find somebody that I can just naturally click with. Not that I'm even looking, but it's just every guy that does pop up, it's just not there, you know.
Well, you say you're looking because you're on this show, right? So you're not open to it?
I'm open to it. I'm not necessarily looking though, but I love you and I love your show. And I said, I always try to click on there just to see if, you know, I'm at work, you know, just chilling. So everything is done where I'm at. So I'm like, okay, I got some free time. Let's see if she's going to click me in.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So why would a man be lucky to be with you?
You said what?
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a bad bitch. You know, I work hard. You know, I got bread. I mean, I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. When I'm not in scrubs, I'm real swagged out. You know, I'm a good person.
It was the laugh for me. My goodness. You know, look, why would a guy be lucky to have you? Because when you're not at work in your scrubs, you're real swagged out. Why would a guy be lucky to have you? Because I'm that bitch. I guess there's nothing else needs to be said.
Now, I'm very, I'm a little toxic. I am an Aquarius, you know.
What makes you toxic?
You know, I like to get hands put on me a little bit, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
Wait, you like to get roughed up? Oh boy. Well, if that's what you like, sis, that's what you like.
Would you date a gay man or just a straight man?
To be logical, you gotta be some type of gay or bi.
Okay.
But if we're going to be not logical and typical society makes it, I prefer a man that just prefers interest.
Oh, your phone's going out, Davina. Say it again.
I prefer men with just interest in women naturally. But I mean, you know, I can't really necessarily say, oh, I won't date a gay man because my ex was bisexual.
Got you.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Davina, St. Louis.
Oh, okay. So she would prefer a straight man, but she said her ex was bisexual. Okay. Okay.
CNA, Aquarius, no kids. You prefer black men, you said, right?
I don't discriminate. I attract more black men, I would say, and I am more attracted to black men. But like I said, I don't want to put myself into a corner and say like, oh, I only do this when that's not the truth. So I don't discriminate.
Okay.
I don't know, Mrs. Yellowhawk, if I'm assuming she's post-op because she said that she states that she's 21 years old and she said she transitioned when she was 13. I don't know if that means that's when she started taking medication. It wasn't asked, nor was it divulged if she's had the actual whole surgery where her organs have been transitioned as well too. That wasn't asked, and she didn't give that information as well either. But like she said, she really doesn't give out. I guess she doesn't give out that information until she get ready to be intimate with someone. So I guess if somebody get ready to be intimate with her, they will find out.
You do want older men. Is there a down estimate?
At least you know, because he's, you know, I do a little more than just take care of yourself for me. Be able to get me nice things as well as me being able to just randomly just pop up and give you nice things. So I need you to be able to have some extra cash for sure.
Okay. And
Bria said, why do they always take on the ghetto? You said the ghetto hood mannerisms. Yeah, I don't know, because all black women don't act that way. Now, some of us do, okay? But a lot of us don't. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, when people want to mimic a black woman, it's always in a very ghetto way. You know, that's why I don't like when Black women come on here and act very ghetto, because that's what they think of us anyway. Now, at the end of the day, when we with our friends and we laughing and we kikiing and we acting silly with each other, that's our business, because we doing that amongst our friends. But you get on this internet, I think you should carry yourself in the non-stereotypical way that they want to portray Black women. But again, y'all, I mean, it's the world we live in. What can we do?
There was something I was gonna ask. Okay, well, let me face, honey. Okay.
I don't know. Okay. All right, y'all. That I don't know. That was a lot. Okay. At Timar, what in the world? What in the hell is going on here? She says she is swagged out. I'm confused with the ghetto attitude. Well, honey, she thinks that works for her. That's probably why she ain't met anybody, or she can't keep anybody. Timar, that's why I stopped watching reality TV, because how they have us looking. Yeah, Jay or Joy, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes. It's always we fighting and we're angry. They always want us to make us the angry Black woman. I'm only angry when I need to be angry. If she still has her ding dong, then the man couldn't only like women then, right? Mrs. Yellowhawk, child, I don't know. That's the thing. If I don't know. I don't want to misquote myself, because I'm not a trans woman, so I don't, so I don't know. I would just think, if a trans woman who hasn't fully transitioned and still have their male part, however, is taking hormones where they physically transition to look like a woman, and they say they want a straight man, but a straight man wants a woman that has all their woman parts, not one that can look like one. A straight man wants a woman, not one that he would have to ask for, birth certificates. So when they say stuff like that, again, now if they have fully transitioned, then I guess that would be different, right? I could see them saying, because you fully train, you have your female part, and if you meet a straight man and he doesn't care about how you were born and he just wants to deal with you moving forward, how you are now, not what you were then I guess it could work again. But with her saying that her ex was bisexual would make me think that maybe she still does have her male part. Again, I don't know, because she didn't say, and it wasn't asked, and she didn't give that information. So I don't know. Quentin says, I'm gay, I date trans. She dates bi men and gay men. You think so? Well, so Quentin, are you saying because you believe that she dates gay and bi men that she probably does still have her male part? Is that what you're saying, Quentin? I think they can turn them out or change their mind. I don't know. Is it area? I'm just saying Miss Oasis. Miss Oasis, I don't think that's true. I think a trans woman that wants to date a straight man and has fully transitioned. You say she still has a hot dog, Lord. And has fully transitioned. I don't think they want to date trans or straight men because they want to turn them out. I think they want to date a straight man because they truly feel and live as a woman, right? And I think they want to be with a straight man because that's what they're living as, a full woman, because they have fully transitioned. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's like a conquest for trans women to turn straight men out. I think they truly want to live their life the way they desire to live. Now the trans women that still have their male parts, maybe it could be a little different there. I don't know. I was just going to say that, Mrs. Yellowhair. I was just going to mention T.S. Madison. I said, child, we might need to get Maddie on the show and let Maddie explain to us, okay? Like T.S. Madison, she says she is a woman, period, but not ever call her no man, and her ding dong is still there and huge. Like, huh? Oh yeah, Maddie does. T.S. Madison definitely does brag about her sex organs. She definitely does that. AK said, well, they need to live in reality. Well, it is reality for them. Once they transition their life, that is reality for them, in my opinion. That is that's their new reality. Let me say that. I mean, it's definitely a different world, especially if you're not a trans person. It's definitely a different world. And obviously, before you actually go through a transition like that to, transition to male or female, I personally feel, should go through extensive psychiatric evaluations, because I would just assume once you make that change, it's permanent. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely do. You said these comments are getting transphobic and homophobic. No, Mars XO, people do have questions. When you don't know, you just don't know. I think people do honestly have questions. They don't know. People just don't realize. They just don't know. I don't think it's transphobic or homophobic. I think people just question because it's a world they're not used to, especially if you're not living that world. You don't understand it, right? So you question it because you don't understand it. I think we don't need to get very sensitive about it, right? Because it's something different. It's a different way of living, and people have questions. People are inquisitive. They just want to know. Do they need to know? I mean, I don't know, but some people just feel like they want to know. But I thought it was interesting for her to come on. And again, what I didn't like the fact that she wasn't upfront that she was a trans woman, and she made it like when she made the comment, the fact that she doesn't wear a trans t-shirt, I thought that was a little irresponsible for her to say, because I feel like you should be upfront with that. TR, did you see Kendra's show when the black guy went off on her? Yes, I did. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't have a phobia, an irrational fear or of another human. I'm just confused. Right. Or Oasis. Yeah, you don't know. It's just curiosity. Just because you have a difference of opinion doesn't make you a phobic or anything. Live your life. I don't care. It's just a matter of a difference of opinion. Exactly. Elevate, Nikki. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, Mars XO, don't get emotional, right? Don't get super sensitive, because again, people just have questions. That's all. So, when Ashley, when she says I don't wear a trans t-shirt, she was saying that figuratively, not literally. She was saying that as a figure of speech, right? All right, you guys. See, that's what I'm saying. We got to be able to have conversations, you guys, as adults without getting super emotional about it, right? Because it's a part of life. You probably work or live amongst people who are a trans woman or man, and maybe you don't know that because they're not trying to date you, so they haven't divulged that information to you. And that's another thing. If I'm not trying to date you, yeah, you don't have to tell me that you're a trans woman or trans man. Like, I don't need to know that. Like, if I'm working with someone who's trans, yeah, you don't have to tell me that. It's none of my business, because I'm not trying to get to know you in an intimate way or in an intimate setting. So I don't think that needs to be divulged, but I definitely feel like in the event that you start dating, just casually dating, I I personally feel like that's something you probably should tell someone, you know. And Black and Beautiful saying so defensive. Yeah. Mars XO comes to the chat a lot, and I don't want Mars XO to feel alienated, annihilated in any type of way. I don't want you to feel that way, Mars, but I definitely don't want you to make others feel like they can't leave their comments, because, you know, over here in the break room, we've always been able to do that. We've always been able to challenge each other, right? You said, I understand, Tima, I have no issues with different opinion. But some comments were being disrespectful. Yeah, and you might have interpreted that way. And again, your interpretation could be different from mine. So I'm not going to minimize your interpretation, Mars XO. I just want you to come to this chat the way you came to this chat, in a good mood. I want you to leave the chat in a good mood, right? I don't want you to leave here feeling some type of way about people that you're going to see a lot of time when you're over here in the break room, because we're pretty much regulars over here, okay? And I want us to be able to have conversations without us feeling some type of way about each other, right? I just want us to be able to do that. But again, Mars, if your interpretation was you felt like it was being insensitive or phobic, I can't tell you how to feel, right? I can convince you or try to convince you that maybe that's your interpretation could be a little exaggerated again, but I'm not doing that trying to be insensitive to you, because I get it. I understand. You know, I totally understand. Everybody has difference of opinion. Everybody has different experiences in life. You know, everything's different. So what happens the second you don't agree with the trans person? We go straight to being homophobic. Apple pie. I don't think it's that the fact that she felt like people were. I think the what people were saying, Mars XO took it to be people were being insensitive, which I guess translate to being phobic, I guess. I don't know. I personally didn't see that, but again, maybe she saw something I didn't see. Okay. Mars XO, exactly. You understand it. We are a little ignorant when it comes to that subject. Shake it off, move on. Folk don't feel they way. Yeah, Mrs. Yellow Hog. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, can we call in? Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys call in. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link real quick. We'll take a couple call-ins, okay? Okay, so I put the link in the chat. If you guys want to call in, again, make sure you keep it cute, or we're gonna be put on mute, okay? Because TMI don't have to take no abuse from anyone, but I definitely will let you call in. You know, we'll take a couple call-ins. Born and Honey says, sending good vibes, love that we are all unique. Yeah, right. Yeah, we you know, most okay. Quentin says most trans women get their men from Grindr. That's where I find them. Now, Quentin, Quentin, Lord, I don't know what you're talking about. Child, I don't think nobody's trying to find a date on here. And if you are trying to find a date, I think people know how to do that by now. Okay. That'd be good if someone who's trans did call in. Yeah, that would be elevate, Nikki. It definitely would give us, you know, a different understanding, I guess, you know. But like I said, the only thing I had with that particular person on the show, I didn't like the fact that she was nonchalant and Kendra had to ask her. Again, if you're coming on this dating show trying to meet someone, again, that's probably something, because if somebody gets into your DMs, that probably means because they're attracted to you, right? They find something in you that's attractable, so they want to get to know you a little better. And when a man asks a trans woman, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, then that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity. You think so, Ariana? Hey, Miss Pettis, she definitely doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. But I'm going to give it a few more minutes, you guys, and we're going to get on up off of here, okay? I got to go and start my dinner, and I know you guys got to get stuff going, too. Is Grindr like Plenty of Fish, right? I heard my coworker mention that before. Child, I don't know. I ain't never heard of Grindr. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've never been to none of them websites. I don't know about any of the Plenty of Fish. The first time I heard about Plenty of Fish was back a couple years ago when Chrissy had that debacle. Y'all know Strong Mama Chrissy. When Strong Mama Chrissy had that debacle, that was the first time I ever heard of Plenty of Fish. I had never. The only one I actually knew was what was it called? Black Planet. What was it called? Something about Black Planet. My best friend met a guy on that website. What was it? It's called. What was it called? Black Planet or Black Planet Meat or something. Yeah, Star Latina, right, Nikki Bam. Yeah, now that's when I had first heard about Black People Meat. No, it was called what's it called? Black Planet or something. I don't know. It was something called like that. Not Christian Mingle. And that was the only one I had heard of. Black People Meat. I think it was called Black Planet. Something about a planet. It was about black and planet. I don't remember, y'all. It's been years ago. And that was the one I knew of because she had met this guy and moved to Atlanta to move in with him. And when she got down there, Black Planet. Thank you, Mom Life. That's it. Black Planet. Thank you, Mom Life. That's what it is. Black Planet. That's the one. My phone girl. She met this guy on there and he lived in Atlanta. And honey, Black Planet was like MySpace. So you know how long ago this was. She had met this guy and she moved down to Atlanta and moved in with him. And girl, that man turned out to be a freaking weirdo. Turned out to be a nightmare. And I was just like, right. It's real old. So you go show you how long ago that was. And I remember telling her, girl, you don't even know that man. But she was trying to move to Atlanta anyway. She was really trying to get to Atlanta. So she felt like this was her opportunity. And they were really vibing, like on the phone and online. They were really vibing with each other. And about a few months after she, met him, it probably was maybe 3 months or so after she met him, she decided to move to Atlanta. And that's where she ended up going. And needless to say, once she got down there, they didn't last very long. I think they last maybe about 6 months, if it was that long. She ended up getting her own place, and they had a real big falling out. And years later, they actually end up like mending their issue. They didn't get back together, but they became like cordial with each other. It was just a mess, but that was my experience with her and the dating websites. Other than that, you guys, I don't know nothing about them. Luckily, thankful God, I've never had to deal with any of those. But no disrespect to the ones who have or are using them. Okay, so I got Lily Young on here. Okay, Lily Young. I'm going to let you up. You don't look familiar to me, but my God, please don't start acting crazy, okay? TMR, I ain't got time for that.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I just changed my name because it's usually Talia, but I didn't want to put my full name on there.
Okay, baby, you fine. So what's on your mind?
I just wanted to say, when it wasn't a problem to me, like if you don't want to divulge your, I guess, sexuality or if you're transgender or not, just meeting people. But like when you get to know somebody and you know when a man is trying to come on to you, I feel like we're not that like it's still kind of different, even though we've been used to it now, it's still kind of different. And men have the right to get to know somebody, and because it's still unorthodox. So I feel like it's irresponsible and it's childish. And if you're confident as a trans woman, you see these trans women now, they're like, honey, I'll take your man as a man. I'll dress like a man and switch it up and do whatever. I feel like that's confident. It's not confident to know someone thinks that you're a woman, because if you see a woman who looks like a woman, who talks like a woman, you're going to assume it's a woman. You're not going to think that's a trans, right?
Right.
So
do you feel like she was wrong for saying that unless she's going to be intimate with someone, she doesn't give them that information?
I feel like she doesn't give that information. She gives me vibes of somebody who maybe kind of plays it, like, acts like she's a woman, and she looks like she's the type, or acts like she's the type that would trick somebody for a long time, like catfish type thing. So I think for her personally, she seems like she's the type that wouldn't tell somebody. But I feel as though you have the right to explain it. Like if I'm at work and I'm just doing my day-to-day job, it's nobody's business. But if
Right.
I'm in a club and somebody, dancing on me, we on our way out the door, then yeah, you should be explaining that. Or if you're on a date, because it's more than just being with a woman. It's like, it's having children. It's we're still not there to where it's everyday life. You know what I mean? So I feel as though it's responsible to tell somebody, and it's not fair to trick people. And she has the right to live her life how she wants to live her life and be respected. But men have the right to not be put in a situation where they fall for somebody and then they find out it's a pistol between their legs and they're not okay with that. So
But what
that's
but
just
what
my
if
opinion.
but what if there wasn't a pistol? What if she actually had the surgery and she has a pocket?
Now that I I don't know. I don't know. That's still new to me. I feel like
Because
she still can't bear children, so that
right,
still be an issue for that portion of it.
right, right. So in a sense, like you just said, Lily, I still think it's important. Like you said, if we're in a situation where we're dating, we're getting to know each other, intimacy hasn't even been talked about, but I'm vibing with you. You liking me, I'm liking
Right.
you. Before we even get to that point, because what happens when you actually get to that point, and then now I tell you, that could
Right.
be serious. It could be deadly. It could be, it could cause a lot of unnecessary issues because a man may not, depending on what type of man you're dealing with, especially if he's a straight man, he may not perceive that well.
Exactly. And she talked about she in the hood. She went like, come on now. I grew up around that, and I've seen situations, and I've seen some, but I've seen I know they could throw down and all that, but I've seen situations
They can throw
where
that.
where they be, playing they, in the club and they play and they do it and the men don't are none the wiser and they out in the street fighting. I don't know where she do that at, and I hope that and it's not to put her down. It's a big thing. I don't think that it's a she's faking it or it's something that's just gonna pass. I feel like it's how she really feels. That's what she wants to be, a woman, and she has the right to do that. Now we have the technology to do it. That's her right, but it's just we're not there to where you could just walk up to somebody and shoot.
Oh, okay. So we got, how do you pronounce your name?
It's just Kennedy.
Okay. Hey, Miss Kennedy, what's on your mind tonight?
Hey, so I somewhat agree with what Lily was saying. I feel like I think it's important to just let people know up front. Like you said, when feelings start getting involved, you have men that are strictly straight men. They don't look at other men. They don't really want to conversate with any other men. So even just having a conversation, whether it's for a week or two or whatever, some men just they don't want to cross that line. So she's saying, as far as, yeah, if I feel like we're going to sleep together, then I'll tell you. But what about just even conversating? That's still deceiving somebody because they don't really know who they're talking to.
Well, they know who they're talking to if you address them by your name. If your name is if you was born Michael and now you're I don't know what name, Michelle. Okay. So, but I guess they feel like you're getting a little too deep for me to go
Yeah.
start telling you how I was born. But again, if you're talking to a straight man as a trans woman, I think that would be important to tell that man because he may not want to do that. Because
Right.
like Lily
Exactly.
said, I'm not saying just because I sleep with you, I want to give you a baby. But what if he gets to that point? You can never
Exactly.
give him that.
Just like you'll meet a woman that, they identify as straight, but they don't mind hooking up with another woman on a drunken night or whatever. Like I said, you have men that just don't want to cross that line, whether it's just through conversation. They just don't want to cross that line, whether it's religious reasons or just their personal beliefs of they just don't want to cross that line. And I also think that I don't think she's the type to let people know up front because like she said, she was just sitting at work watching the show. She didn't think she was gonna get picked, and she also said that she did not. She also said that she wasn't really looking for anybody, and she didn't think Kendra was gonna pick her. And that's why she didn't even say it. Kendra had to ask, and she's like, okay, yeah, I am trans. I don't think she lets them know up front. I think she just got put on the spot, didn't know she was going to get picked, just like everybody else is. They sitting just watching her, and they don't expect to get picked.
And she knew she couldn't lie because her coworkers were sitting right there. They already knew.
And then, of course, like Kendra people in her chat, they figure everything out within a second. So it was going to come out. I think she was just put on the spot, and she couldn't deny it. Like you said, she got people around her that know. They would be like, girl, what you talking about? What she asked you? It would have just been. But I think it's a dangerous game that trans women play, and it's just I wouldn't want to risk it. I wouldn't want to risk it.
No, I wouldn't want to risk it. Like Tina said, and I believe so too. When she says I don't wear a trans t-shirt, when she said that, I said, oh, then you probably typically are not giving that information up. Even with her saying that her ex was bisexual. So when she said that, I was like, what does that mean?
Right.
It was kind of confusing. I don't know. Her personality, she didn't seem like a bad person. I just didn't like how she handled the situation, because she made it like, okay, yeah, I'm
right.
trans. Mm-hmm.
And I think deep down inside, a lot of trans women still, they haven't fully accepted themselves. It's every single time a trans woman comes on her show, they never disclose it up front.
Well, there's been one or two that did. They say it like within the first minute. They say it. But if Kendra would have never said something, and the people in the chat you could tell just when I first saw the video and heard her voice, immediately I could tell. And her mannerisms, it was like she was forced. It kept playing with the hair, and it was given like you were really trying to exude femininity. She was doing it a little too hard for me. Like it should have just came natural.
It wasn't natural, right? Exactly.
Right.
It didn't even look natural.
Yeah, it did.
The voice, everything.
So. Elevate Nikki said, my question is, why go after straight men?
Because they're not 100% comfortable with themselves. They want to be a secret unless it gets put out, and then they use it to their advantage. They have leverage over straight men because they're trans. They want to be kept a secret. That's my opinion, because it doesn't make. I mean, I can think of any other reasons.
Yeah, I think they want to live the life. Unfortunately, they weren't born as they weren't born as a woman, but they really want to feel like a woman. And that's why they want a straight man, because they really want to live the life that they weren't born with. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. I really feel like, I also think it's based off the person's personality too. Their personality. Some people just don't give it. Like the young lady that we just saw on Kendra's show, she don't really care, because she gives me, it's maybe like a conquest for her to deal with a straight man. That's what she was giving me. I don't think she's trying to be with a straight man because that's what she always desired. I think she gave me, it's a conquest for her. I think that's kind of what you said, Kennedy. It's an ego thing. So I don't know. Like I said, it's very different. But I wish you notice a lot of trans men and women are coming on the Kendra show. I've seen quite a few in the last couple of months. They're definitely a community of people that is growing, right? And if I'm working next to a trans woman or man, obviously you don't have to tell me that you were born a woman or born a man or whatever the situation is. You don't have to tell me that. I'm your coworker. I'm not trying to get into bed with you. We're just having lunch together. I don't need to know all that. But I think if it gets to the point where you're liking me and I'm liking you, that conversation needs to be had more sooner than later.
Yeah, I agree.
But Nikki, okay, so Elevate Nikki in the chat says, but they can't, no matter how much they think they are, they never will be. There's things our body naturally do that no amount of drugs will get theirs to do. And Elevate Nikki, and that's true. But again, you can't really, if that's how people choose to live their life, they're free to do it, and whatever the consequences are, I think as time go on, they'll realize it if they don't already know it. That's just my opinion. I don't want people to feel some type of way about how they're choosing to live. I just really feel like people need to be honest and upfront, because a lot of times you really can't tell. Some people can, some people can't. I knew automatically I knew she was born a man, right? I could just tell by the voice. But there was a woman that came, or it was a woman that was born a woman, or excuse me, it was a man that was born a woman that came on the Kendra show. And I literally did not know until he divulged the information. And I was like, oh, wow. So it's definitely different. It definitely is different. Well, ladies, thank y'all so much for coming on. Okay, I appreciate it. This was a good show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being a part of the break room. And the next time we have call-ins, y'all make sure y'all call back in, okay?
Okay. Have a good night.
All right, y'all. Be good. Thank you. All right, y'all. That was interesting. Okay, that definitely was interesting. If anybody comes across this video in the replay, please don't be offended by our conversation. I was curious. I think a lot of people are curious, and we're all out here, a lot of, well, I'm not, but a lot of you guys are out here dating, right? So you would want to know if you're, what you're coming across, and you would want people to be upfront and truthful. But y'all, we know men lie, women lie, people lie. So sometimes you're not going to always get a person to be very truthful with you. And that's the unfortunate part. But you guys stay being those good detectives, okay? All right, you guys, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a good night, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Remember, so what you love. Bye.